the official and final press conference for Spence versus Crawford. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and it's finally here. A fight that will go down in the record books as one of the best of this generation and in the sport. Two unbeaten champions fighting for legacy, for history, and for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. We're going to talk to those fighters, talk to their camps. We're also going to talk to the undercard fighters here, because this fight card, 4 fights coming your way on Showtime pay-per-view, July 29th, right here from T-Mobile Arena. It is produced by the destination for the best in boxing, and I'm talking about Showtime pay-per-view. It's being promoted by Man Down Promotions, TBC Promotions, and TGB Promotions. It's being brought to you, of course, by Premier Boxing Champions. It's also being brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Action so good, why bet on boxing anywhere else? O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all of your automotive supplies, everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That is O'Reilly Auto Parts. And brought to you by the new R-rated comedy Strays. It's in theaters August 18th, and the legend of Dracula is born. The last voyage of the Demeter. Only in theaters beginning August 11th. Let me show you what's going to happen here. We have a 4-fight card, pay-per-view event. Kicks off special start time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. It is widely purchased, streaming live here in the U.S. You can do it through Showtime.com/PPV via the Showtime app. The event's also available for purchase via satellite, telco systems throughout the country, Canada. So whether it's DirecTV, whether it's Dish Network, you can purchase the fight. I know a lot of people want to be in the house. You should be in the house for a fight of this magnitude. Tickets, extremely limited, on sale via AXS.com. But there are closed circuit tickets where you can watch this fight right at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And those are now on sale. And you can purchase those through AXS.com. We're going to begin tonight with super welterweights. The unbeaten Yoenis Tejas taking on Sergio Garcia. We have a future Hall of Famer looking to add to his already impressive legacy. Nonito Donaire taking on the hard-hitting Alex Santiago Peque. This is for the vacant WBC Bantamweight title. In the co-main, title eliminator, the Pitbull, Isaac Cruz, takes on the unbeaten Giovanni Cabrera. This fight card's loaded, so let's talk about these fights. Let's just jump right into it, and we'll start with the first fight of the night. Yoenis, this will be your 6th professional fight. Tell us and tell the boxing public here why in your 6th professional fight, you feel like you are ready to challenge a man who's had over 35 professional fights and has already fought some of the biggest names at 154 pounds. Martin Bader will do the translation for us.
Yoenis, esta es tu 6ª pelea como profesional. Sergio acá tiene como 40 peleas más que vos de experiencia. ¿Cómo te sentís que le prometés al público que está acá para esta pelea cuando quizás te consideran más como un experimentado, no?
Bueno, diría que primeramente voy a salir a hacer mi trabajo. concentrado en la oportunidad que se me dio y pues nada, para eso fue que se me dio la oportunidad para venir a hacer el trabajo y aprovechar la oportunidad, salir concentrado a ganar a lo que vine.
Look, this is just about taking advantage of a great opportunity that I was given. The experience, we put that to the side because all I have to do is do my job and focus on winning.
Sergio, facing a man who stopped all but one opponent that he's faced, but he hasn't gone past 6 rounds at all. Do you think he's bitten off more than he can chew?
¿Sentís que tu rival está mordiendo un poquito más de lo que puede manejar, considerando que nunca peleó más de 6 rounds y está en esta gran cartelera?
No, desde luego que no, que yo respeto a todos mis rivales y yo si estuviese en su posición también habría aceptado porque es una gran cartelera. Pero yo me tomo a todos los rivales con respeto, yo voy a salir a hacer mi trabajo y como he dicho en anteriores ocasiones, yo es que necesito ganar esta pelea y voy para eso. Estoy seguro que él va a ir para ello también y va a ser una buena pelea por eso.
I don't think so, because I would have done exactly the same thing that he did if I had been given the chance to be in a card of this magnitude. And besides, I'm not in a position to underestimate absolutely anybody. I need to win this fight myself.
Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. 2 days from now on Saturday, July 29th, history will be made for the first time in the 4-belt era. There will be an undisputed welterweight champion crowned. We have 2 unbeaten champions getting set to collide live on Showtime pay-per-view this Saturday, July 29th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. A night of boxing that you will not forget, that will live on in the annals of boxing history. Let's meet our main event combatants. First of all, this man is a 3-division world champion, having captured a world title at 135, being undisputed at 140, and he's been a welterweight champion of the world since 2018. He's looking to become the first man to become an undisputed champion in 2 divisions with a record of 39 wins, no losses, 30 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBO welterweight champion of the world from Omaha, Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated Terence Crawford. And now let's go ahead and meet his adversary on Saturday night. This man with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Joining us from DeSoto, Texas, he is the WBC, WBA, and IBF welterweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated superstar from DeSoto, Texas. Here is Errol, the Truth Spence Jr.
You playing against the devil. Been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the scale. If she can time of day, then I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot. She getting paid like a prayer. See, be something to one side and stand over.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. So-and-so's got to go for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford, this Saturday here in Las Vegas on Showtime pay-per-view.
Don't do my
said, I want to bring up a special guest to conduct this coin toss. This man is the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. No doubt he's made legendary moments as a prize fighter over the course of his career. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hall of Famer, the living legend, Iron Mike Tyson.
Fish fry. Yeah, fish fry.
So Mike, how excited are you to see these two, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, collide for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world this Saturday?
Hey, this is amazing. I haven't seen things like this in over 30 years. Two of the best fighters in the world on the side who's truly the best.
Okay, so what is going to happen with this coin toss? The winner of the coin toss is going to have the option on if he will walk first and be introduced second, or if he will walk second and be introduced first. So we have a commemorative coin here for this mega welterweight championship undisputed showdown. As I want to show Mike first, this is heads. I want to know, yeah, absolutely, but this is heads. Mr. Crawford, this is heads. Mr. Spence, this is heads. We show to the public, this is heads. Now to Mr. Tyson, this is tails. Mr. Crawford, this is tails. Mr. Spence, this is tails. And to everybody at home and here, this is tails. Okay, so now, Mr. Crawford, you get to pick what you want to go ahead and how you see the coin flipping. What is your call?
Heads.
Mr. Crawford is picking heads. Now I will turn over the coin to Iron Mike Tyson to conduct the coin toss. So you're saying heads, right, Mr. Crawford? Heads for Mr. Crawford. So
It's heads, baby.
it is heads. So we will have to find out what Mr. Crawford decides on Saturday night. With that being said, I will go ahead and turn it over to Brian Custer to continue today's main event press conference. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Good luck.
Let's work, TBC. Fish fry.
Let's clear this area. Let's clear this area. You can't block this area. Let's clear it.
Get him on.
Media only. Media only. Don't talk. Don't talk.
He does? You know that for a fact?
Welcome back, everybody.
We'll find out on Saturday.
Once again, final press conference for Spence versus Crawford. Folks, it's finally here. Fight we've been waiting for. Era-defining fight. Certainly will enhance the legacy of two of the best fighters walking on planet Earth right now, as well as history being made. First time in this four-belt era, we will have an undisputed welterweight champion of the world, and we can dub him without question as the pound-for-pound king of boxing. July 29th, this Saturday, right here, T-Mobile Arena, produced by SHOWTIME PPV, brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions, being promoted by Man Down Promotions, TBC Promotions, and TGB Promotions. It's being brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, action so good, why bet on boxing anywhere else? O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all your automotive supplies, everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. Brought to you by the new R-rated comedy Strays, comes your way in theaters August 18th. And The Legend of Dracula is Born, the last voyage of the Demeter, in theaters beginning August 11th. 4-fight pay-per-view card, special start time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. You can stream it here in the U.S., showtime.com/PPV via the Showtime app. Tickets, extremely limited. Purchase AXS.com. You can also purchase some closed circuit tickets. Watch the event at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. They are now on sale at AXS.com. Let's talk about this fight. We'll talk with these camps because we have undefeated, undisputed, unprecedented type of event. These main event fighters, combined record of 67-0, a combined 52 knockouts. Let me bring here to the podium one of the promoters of this fight. He's the president of TGB Promotions, Tom Brown.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Brian. Welcome, everyone. I gotta tell you, I've been in this business now a little over 35 years. And I haven't been this pumped up in a long, long time for a fight. And this is really spectacular. This is as good of a matchup as you can get. You've got the two best fighters in the world, both undefeated world champions. And I mean, both guys are just so damn talented. It's gonna be an all-out war from start to finish. You know, when you look at the skills of such elite fighters and try to evaluate the fight, everything's just so equal. The speed, ring IQ, power, chin, jab, footwork, conditioning, trainers, everything's just so close between them. So I believe it's going to come down to who wants it more. That mental toughness and who can dig down the deepest. Who's got that heart of a champion, especially in the late rounds of an all-out war. Who can finish the strongest with everything at stake. But we know one thing. There will be a new, undisputed pound-for-pound champion on Saturday night. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Let me bring to the podium the man who will give you, of course, more details surrounding the fight, all the programming surrounding it, the televised PPV portion of the evening. I like to call him boxing's best friend. He is the president of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. You know, when people ask me what I do, I usually say I'm in the event business. And it's not that I'm not proud to say I work in boxing, or I'm not proud to say I'm a TV executive. On the contrary, far from it. I'm very proud that Showtime, along with its partners PBC and TGB Promotions, have established themselves as the #1 industry leaders in boxing. But when people ask me that, I say I'm in the event business. And why is that? Because we are in the business of helping create memorable events, and more specifically, once-in-a-lifetime experiences. And what is happening Saturday night is exactly that. It's not a fight, it's not a boxing match, it's not a television show. Calling it any of those things doesn't do it justice. No, Saturday night is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, all of it. The build-up, the rivalry, the stellar undercard, the atmosphere, the excitement, the adrenaline, the history, the legacy, whether you're in the arena or at home or watching with a group of people at a fight party. A fight of this magnitude with these stakes is an experience, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You know, this past Sunday, before I came to Vegas, I was back in New York. I went to the Drake and 21 Savage concert. Great show, amazing performance, had a great time. But, and this is nothing against Drake or 21 Savage, they're on tour. They're performing 54 dates. You have 54 opportunities to see those performances. This right here, Spence versus Crawford for the undisputed world championship, is one night, once in a lifetime opportunity to say that you saw it live. One opportunity to be part of this rivalry, this excitement, one opportunity to be part of a once in a lifetime experience, one opportunity to witness history. The Showtime pay-per-view kicks off this Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Streaming prelims, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it.
Let me just say this. It's one thing when you go to your office, your position, you have a boss who's in the boardroom with power brokers. It's another thing when you also have a boss who goes to Drake and 21 Savage. My man, Steven Espinosa, and you didn't call me either. But I still love you. Let me bring here now to the podium. And before I do that, let me acknowledge, and I saw him, the assistant trainer for Bud Crawford. Where's Esau Dieguez? I saw him out there. I want to acknowledge you, sir. Good to see you. But let me bring to the podium now. This man is the head trainer for the WBO welterweight champion of the world. He is Brian Bowman McIntyre.
Trainer of the year. Yeah, man. Real trainer of the year. Oh, man.
You're here now, y'all. Ain't nothing else to say.
You understand me?
He can't hide no more.
Uh-huh.
It's time to take care of business.
Show ass, Mr. Pope.
Work time.
Work time.
Work time.
Work time.
Work time.
Work time.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Red Spikes. He's another assistant trainer. Where you at, Red? I see you.
Where you at,
You
Red?
inside. We're burning the boxer at.
There you go.
Yes, sir. It's time to go to work, dog.
You can't save him in the ring, though.
He don't need saving.
You can't either. Shit. You can't either. You can't do shit.
Now,
Put your money on. Put your money on.
okay, all right. Let me bring here to the podium now. Before I do that, let me acknowledge from the Spence camp, I saw him, father of Errol Spence Jr. There he is, Errol Spence Sr. Good to see you. Coming to the podium now, 2022 boxing writers, 2022 Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year, Mr. Derek James.
Best fighter in the world.
I'm going to piggyback off what he said. There's no more talking, and nothing else they can say. And I just want to say, my chant is, it's time to eat. It's time to eat. And the reason why I said it's time to eat, because he hadn't missed a meal. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. It's time to twirl. It's time to make it happen. I'm tired of talking. Yeah. And listen, hold your voice. Hold your voice.
He ain't gonna do shit.
Hold your voice. Because y'all gonna get it. You can't talk.
He ain't gonna do
fight.
nothing.
None of that. It's time to go.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
Coming to the podium.
31 knockouts.
Just getting started. Coming to the podium. Considered by many in this sport, #1 pound for pound fighter in the world.
That's my word.
Since he's moved up to welterweight, he has stopped every opponent he's faced. That's 7 straight. In fact, he has the second longest active knockout streak in the sport of boxing among current world champions.
Okay.
10 straight knockouts.
Okay.
And that's gonna continue.
Only Artur Beterbiev has more at 19. He is the former, undisputed, super lightweight champion of the world. He is the current WBO welterweight champion of the world. he is Terence "Bud" Crawford.
What's up, everybody? First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to be here among each and every one of y'all. I'd like to bless everybody that has something to do with putting this event together. Y'all already know what time it is now. I'm ready. He ready. We're gonna have a fish fry come Saturday. But listen though. My family, Errol family, man, you gotta calm down, brother. Cause listen, man, things can get real sticky real quick. Then everybody would say, this is what we do every time we come out. This is what we do when we come out. Social media, my ass. Bro, listen, just like you talking, just like you doing all that talking, bro, it can turn deadly real quick, but on both sides, so why not support, listen, why not support your fighter, you ain't got nothing wrong with that. Support your fighter, y'all support your fighter, let's come together, make this event a success, instead of everybody saying every time we get together, it's always shooting and violence. That's what I want. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but I'm probably older than you and been through way more than you. So, you know what I mean? I'm more mature. But, you know what I mean? I wish Errol and his people's the best. You know what I mean? What? Oh, shit. Hey, everybody know Team Crawford. Y'all know I get active.
This man, just like Terence "Bud" Crawford, carries a big punch as well. They say the truth hurts. 78% knockout percentage. 6 of his last 7 opponents were former world champions. 3 of them, he took away their straps, thus dubbed it strap season. He's the unified WBC, IBF, WBA, welterweight champion of the world. He goes by the name, The Truth. Big Fish, man down, the biggest, put him in the dirt, grave digger, belt snatcher, Mr. Errol Spence Jr.
Truth time. First of all, I'd like to thank my mother and father, because without them, I wouldn't be. They blessed me with the resiliency to get through a lot of stuff in life. I'd like to thank everybody coming out here and supporting. Make sure y'all order fight on SHOWTIME PPV. I guarantee you I'm putting on a great show and a great performance. Make sure you bring your seasoning for Saturday night, because we're going to have a crawfish boil. We're going to boil his ass. Bring the hot sauce too. Bring the hot sauce too. You already know Bowman got the seasoning too. He going to be right there with us after the fight.
He didn't even sound confident.
Gentlemen, let's talk about the fight. That's why we're here.
He looks sick.
Here, James, I'll start with you. You've already produced one undisputed champion. You're going for another. Can you give us some insight on what it takes to win fights like this, of this magnitude, especially with so much on the line?
Well, it just takes a lot of fortitude, a lot of discipline, a lot of focus. I think that I know for sure Errol has that, no different than Jamel or whatever. But tonight or tomorrow or Saturday night, this time, I mean, we waited. We made this happen. We took every belt. He just had to hold his title and fight nondescript opposition. We beat champions to get here.
It don't matter. You fighting him now.
Listen,
you fighting him now.
Everybody got something to say. Everybody talking.
You fighting him now.
you a fighter?
It don't matter who he fought. You fighting him now.
Listen, man. Okay, whatever.
What you talking about? You the truth, Derek. You the truth, Derek.
Don't worry.
Brian, you know the interesting thing is, you've already produced an undisputed champ. Now you've had the opportunity to kind of make history and do it, be the first male to do it in another weight division. You're going up against, obviously, a phenomenal fighter, and then also a trainer of the year. But if you're victorious on Saturday, what does that say about Brian Bomac McIntyre as a trainer?
Says he got 3 other people helping him.
Crawford here.
It's funny, y'all, because come on, y'all, be quiet. It's funny, y'all, because ain't no more hiding. You can't hide no more, Derek. We're gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you have done in the game, but you ain't ever went up against me or my staff. So you remember something? We've been here before. You trying to get there, all right? I can tell you how it is to be undisputed. You can't tell me shit. Sit back and watch this. Sit back and watch this. I promise you something.
Listen, man, they gotta make a new weight for you. Super heavyweight. Fuck you talking.
All that shit you talking don't mean nothing. I can bump my guns at you and you can bump your guns at me, but at the end of the day, them 2 brothers gotta get in the ring.
That's right.
All right, then, so shut the fuck up.
Yes, ma'am.
This is going to be one heck of a fight. Now, let's get to the fighter.
Look, mama.
You know, EJ, no matter where I go, no matter where you guys go, they ask the same question.
That's right.
Who is going to win this fight? So I'll just ask you, Errol Spence Jr., can you tell everybody why Errol Spence will win Saturday night?
You asking bogus questions. I'm gonna win because I'm the better fighter. I'm a better fighter. Physically, mentally, it doesn't matter. I'm more durable than him. Like I said, I'm gonna break him down and I'm gonna break his will.
Crawford, same question. Will you tell boxing public why Terence Bud Crawford will win Saturday night?
Everything about Terence Crawford is better than Errol Spence Jr.
Everything.
When you look at everything that I do in the ring, is better than Errol Spence Jr. So, you know what I mean, come fight night, I'll be proving each and every one of the doubters wrong once again that Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. And that's just what it is. Not taking, you know, any credit away from Errol. He's a great fighter. He's good at what he do. But when you compare him to Terence Crawford, there's no comparison. I'm just a better fighter.
Errol, you told me even as an amateur, you had one goal, you had one dream, and that is to make history and be the first undisputed welterweight champion of the world, especially in this era. Floyd, Manny, neither one of those great fighters never accomplished it. You accomplished that and get a victory Saturday. What does this say about Errol Spence Jr.?
Well, I don't remember telling you that because my goal was to get some money, especially when I was in the amateurs. But me winning this, I mean, it means a lot. It definitely means a lot. It means that I am one of the greatest welterweights to ever lace up pair of gloves.
He's the greatest.
But we've already mentioned it. You win this fight. You join Clarissa Shields as the only fighters to become undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. You be the first male. You're victorious Saturday. What does that say about Terence Bud Crawford?
Like I said before, this is the Terence Bud Crawford era. You know, when you look at the body of work that I've done in each weight class that I've been in, you can't deny that. This is my era. I never had a close fight. I never had a fight where people thought I lost. I never had a fight where I didn't look spectacular in. So, you know, giving the body of work, and that's against every person that they put in front of me. So giving the body of work and how long I've been doing it for, yeah, this is the Terence Crawford era since Floyd Mayweather retired and him and Andre Ward.
EJ, you can look at a fighter, you can look at him on video, you can go to their fights and watch them fight. But it's not until you get into the ring with somebody, you find out a lot about that fighter. What is Bud Crawford going to find out about Errol Spence Jr. that he hasn't seen on video and maybe didn't notice when he went to one of your fights? What's he going to find out about EJ on Saturday night?
And my skills are superior. He's talented, you know, he got God-gifted ability, but when we talk about skill set, we talk about what my coach teach, and that's why he is a trainer here, because what he teach, you know, he don't have fighter with just talent. He teach fundamentals, he teach sound basics, and that's what he's gonna find out, that I do have great defense, I do have great offense, I do have great stamina, I have all the above, I just don't have talent.
About that chin, that part.
But same question. What's Errol Spence Jr. going to find out about Bud Crawford when he steps in the ring finally on Saturday night?
The same thing that everybody else find out. You don't come in there and say, damn, I kind of underestimated this guy. On TV, he looks one way, but in the ring, I saw 3 of them. So, you know, it's all good. You know, he got the fundamentals, he got, you know, the durability, he got the stamina, he got the size, he's strong, he's the big bad wolf, you know, so come fight night, we're gonna find out, you know, all that he said he is, he's gonna have to show me.
But this will be your 8th fighter at welterweight. 7 of them have been stopped. Will Errol Spence Jr. get stopped on Saturday night?
You know it.
I always tell everybody, I don't go in there looking for the knockout. I go looking for the win. But if he get out of line, he's gonna be the next one down.
I've been getting out of line my whole life, so shit, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Shit, I'm about to take my belt off.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna do it.
Errol?
You're gonna need more than a belt. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't one of your kids. You need more than a belt. I ain't one of your kids.
Treat you like this.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna see.
We definitely gonna see.
Definitely gonna see.
Errol, same question to you. One of your monikers is man down. This is for the undisputed welterweight title. Will you stop Terence Bud Crawford Saturday?
Put him in the dirt.
Folks, I ain't putting nobody in the dirt.
Folks, we'll wrap it up with this. Bud Crawford, for the over 1 million people who will be watching this fight, for the well over 20,000 that have sold out this arena, put down their hard-earned money to come watch you 2 champions fight. What can you guarantee us we're going to get when you step in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. on Saturday night?
I can guarantee fireworks. I can guarantee y'all that. You know, I'm 100%, 120% ready. I'm ready for whatever he brings to the table. He said he come and step in and he's gonna break me, as he say. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Break your ass like 30.
Errol Spence Jr., same question. Over 1 million people are going to buy this fight.
You too emotional, sir.
Over 20,000 are going to come to this arena. What can you guarantee the boxing public they're going to get when you step in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford?
You a bitch.
Don't get legendary stuff.
You a bitch, nigga. See, you a bitch, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. Hold on. You a bitch, nigga. Cause you keep talking about bitch, nigga. You doing all that talking, nigga.
That's how we gonna do it.
Talking, nigga. Oh, whole ass nigga.
Catch me, gotta come back. Catch me, gotta come back.
Real niggas don't talk, nigga. And you talking too much.
But like I said, this fight, it's gonna be some iconic shit right here. It's gonna be legendary Y'all done? Y'all done?
Go ahead.
This is gonna be some legendary shit. This is gonna be iconic shit. I guarantee y'all gonna wanna tune into this fight. Y'all gonna wanna buy this fight. This is gonna be your money's worth. This is gonna be something people gonna talk about this fight 30, 40 years from now when they talk about legendary fights, like they talk about Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and Marvin Hagler, those Four Kings era, and all those tough fights back then. They're gonna talk about this fight the same way. There's gonna be somebody in USA Boxing as an amateur 20 years from now watching us fight on YouTube, whatever platforms they got, and saying, man, I want to be in an Errol Spence and Terence Crawford type fight. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I guarantee you it's going to be nothing but fireworks from start to finish.
Folks, Saturday, we're just a couple days away from history. 2 undefeated champions putting their belt, putting their legacies on the line for a chance to make history, to become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. And it comes your way live on Showtime pay-per-view, Saturday, July 29th. We will see you here at T-Mobile Arena.